Hey there everyone, so today I'm going to be talking about all my favorite high-end products. So this is the stuff that sort of I would consider that you'd have to go to department stores for, or stuff that when I see the price tag I freak out a little bit. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about, but also the really fun and exciting stuff that maybe you get when you've been working really hard or for a gift or just that fun stuff. So obviously not everything I own is high-end. I'm a normal girl, I'm earning my own money, so this is just sort of the stuff that either I've saved up for and treated myself with or stolen from my sister at some stage. I'm a fair person, so I will definitely be doing a favorite drugstore inexpensive products as well. I think that there are some really good products that you can get from the drugstore and don't have to fork out too much money for, and I'm really excited for that. But today I'm talking about those really special items. The first thing I'll start off with is my primer. Now, I mentioned this in my foundation routine video because I use it every day, and I had tried a few primers before in the past and just wasn't happy with the way they were working for me. They weren't making my makeup last longer. They were actually, you know, making it break up, or it would really dry my skin out. So the reason I'm including it is because I love it so much. I use it every day under my makeup and it just gives me such good results, and that is the Napoleon Purtis Autopilot Pre-Foundation Primer. Yes, nailed it. This is definitely a product I'd recommend for drier skin tones. I am a dry skin gal, so I find that that really hydrates my skin. It does have some good stuff in it, but that's all written on the back. But it does have a few sort of extra ingredients that really help keep the skin supple and soft and hydrate, and that is why I love that product. Also, it keeps my foundation looking really nice for, you know, all day, so which is what I need from a primer. So really happy with that product. The next one I'll mention is MAC Prep and Prime. Now this is one of the fragrance ones, but I can't remember what fragrance it is, but I'm sure you guys will tell me. I don't love it so much because it makes my makeup last, but the reason I love it, I have two main uses for it. The first is if I'm doing my concealer, and one of the concealers I use, is the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer, is quite a thick consistency. So it's nice to take my damp sponge, spray it with Fix Plus, and just really, it thins out the consistency of the product without compromising the coverage. So I really like to just spray that on my sponge before I do my concealer and just really get a much nicer finish out of my concealer. I do also like to use this product after I've finished my foundation and finished all my makeup rather, just to really absorb any excess powder and make your skin look like skin again. I wouldn't say it makes my makeup last any longer because I do powder my face quite well regardless, but it is a really good product to get that more natural finish back if you are a bit of a powder gal like me. In terms of concealer, I do have a favorite one, and it wasn't actually the one that I used in my foundation routine, just because I've been using the Tarte one lately, but my all-time favorite concealer is, no surprise, the the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I'll make his name upright. There we go. So my color is in Chantilly, light one. It's the lightest color. I haven't rethought about my color since I've been back from overseas, so I obviously am a darker skin color, but this is the one I was using. It's perfect for fair skin, so if you've been struggling to find a concealer because your skin is quite fair, then this is amazing. It's really good, and I could still get a little bit of highlight out of it. It didn't totally match my skin, it was still that little bit lighter, so this gave me a little bit of a highlight, which I'd struggled to find with other less expensive concealers. And the coverage is just unbeatable. The consistency, the coverage, it lasts all day. This is really just a winning product for me, and I absolutely love it. But while I'm on a bit of a NARS kick, I will talk about the NARS Eye Primer. Does it have a special name? Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base, but eye primer. I don't use an eye primer every day. I only use it on special occasions, or if I'm using darker colors and I really want them to last. It doesn't add coverage so much, but it really just holds the eyeshadow on all day. I have quite creasy eyelids, and sometimes my eyelids do push the limits of other eye primers, but this one lasts really well, keeps my makeup looking good, and that's what I want from a primer. I just want a good finish as long as possible. So I'll move on to MAC now. And I do have quite a few MAC products, and the reason is that MAC is just a 10 out of 10 brand. You always get a good quality and a good color range. I mean, it's MAC, you can't go wrong. Love their lipsticks as well, but I also really love their brushes. Now, I wouldn't say that you have to go out and buy MAC brushes, because there are obviously less expensive brands out there that do a really good job. So I don't think that you need to spend half your life savings on brushes to get a really good result. But there are two brushes that I do really love and couldn't live without. The first one is it's the 187. It's the stippling brush. Sorry, mine's a bit dirty, but I'm due to clean all my brushes. And I just use this to apply my foundation every day. It's really good if you're taking, you know, a fuller coverage foundation and you just want to thin it out a little bit. It's really good for that. It gets my makeup on really quickly, gives me a really nice finish in not much time, and just sort of covers a big area in a small amount of time. And often I'm running late in the mornings because aren't all busy women, and this just does a really good job in a short amount of time. Love. The other brush is the MAC 168. 168? I swear I'm blind. The MAC 168. I use it for blush. I don't use it every day. I tend to use it more when for formal occasions, when I want a really precise blush application and I really want to get it just in the right spot and I want to be really picky. Then this does that. It doesn't apply too much product. It blends it out really nicely, and it's just quite a precise brush, and that is why I love him. Now, while I'm on a MAC kick, I will talk about the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, the natural, in medium. This is what I use to set my foundation every single day, but that's not why I've included it in this video. The reason that I love this product is because if you are a fair-skinned girl, then this is a really good contour color. I struggled to find a bronzer or a contour color that didn't come up orange on me or too gray or didn't have a shimmer. The lady actually sold me this accidentally one day. She sold me the wrong color. I just decided one day to use this as a contour color, and it gives the nicest subtle shadow, and it doesn't come up orange, and it blends really well. So if you have fair skin and you are looking for a product to contour with that doesn't look too harsh on your face, would absolutely recommend this. And I do actually have a dupe for this as well coming up in my favorite drugstore videos, so if you don't want to fork out for this, I have a really good alternative. Now the next one's a little bit excessive, but ding, the MAC highlighters. I've only recently started getting into highlighter. It's not something that I used for a long time because I almost saw it as an unnecessary step. But when I do use it, I do notice a difference, and I'm really starting to like it now. So now I've got to fit that into my morning routine as well. The reason I showed 3 is because I like them all for different reasons. When I'm really fair, Lightscapade just gives a really nice light highlight. It's not too bronze, it's not too pink. It doesn't have any really strong undertone. It's just a really nice fair skin highlight. When I'm a bit darker, Soft and Gentle, it's a little bit more of that sort of rosier bronze undertone. It comes up really, really nice on the skin if you are a little bit darker. So I like this sort of at this stage. But my favorite one, and I think it's because I use it mainly on special occasions. Sorry that this is limited edition, but I did just want to include it because it is a product I love and I still wanted to let you guys know that I love it. And that's Whisper of Guilt by MAC. I hope they bring it out again one day, but when I'm feeling a little bit more of a bronzy look, and I've sort of got a bit more bronzer on my face and I've got a bit more color in my skin, then I love this highlighter. I also really like it on the lid. If I can sort of pack it on the lid to give a really nice sort of gold reflect, then I really love that as well. And I love products that you can double duty, where you can get a couple of uses out of them. So then all I've got is the eye stuff left. Now I have 2 favorite palettes. I'm someone who loves eyeshadow palettes because I'm a bit lazy and I don't always want to go through my individual shadows to find my look for the day. And also, it's almost like they've done the hard work for you. They've told you these colors all complement each other and will look together, and you're just like, yeah, they will. Thank you for telling me. I'll tell you my second favorite first and keep my favorite till last. But because I have hazel eyes, so I've got brown and green in them, I really love gold and brown and purpley sort of tones in my eyeshadows. So one of my favorite palettes is the Naked 2 palette. I also love the Naked 1 and Naked 3. I think that Urban Decay can do no wrong in my eyes with their palettes, but the Naked 2 is just the one that I reach for more often. So it's got all these beautiful colors. Sorry for the mirror. All these beautiful colors, golds, coppers, browns. Everyone's seen this palette, but I just really like the colors in here and the way they bring out my eye color. I always tend to focus on bringing out my eye color with eyeshadows, as most people do, but I really like my eye color and I like to bring that out with the eyeshadows that I use, and that's a really good palette for that. But my all-time favorite palette at the moment is, can you have an all-time at the moment favorite? But yeah, I'm going to stick with that. My all-time favorite palette at the moment is the Lorac Pro. Just the original, just number one, just for the same reason. The kind of colors that they include in this are the golds and the browns and the deeper purples, and that's what brings out my eye color. I tend to use this sort of palette more for a special occasion, and I am actually going to a wedding on the weekend, and I think I'll film a get ready with me because I'll be using this palette. Maybe it's old news, but this is the palette. I haven't been to a wedding in a while, so I really want to use this guy. I absolutely love light bronze and gold, and just these colors up here to just really deepen up the crease are just spectacular. Good job. You do a great job, and I'm proud of you. So really, really love that product. And then the lucky last product that I'm going to mention today is Lancome. I don't use a lot of products from Lancome, but there is one product that I will just buy 100 times over, and that is their Hypnose mascara. This is the Hypnose Star. I started off using Hypnose, just the normal Hypnose mascara, but then this one gives me a really dramatic look as well. I'm not specifically talking about Hypnose or Hypnose Star or anything like that. Just the Lancome mascaras themselves are incredible. I managed to pick up a gift pack last year from Maya, and they had a full size one of this and like 3 mini ones. So I've tried a couple of the mascaras, and to be honest, they all are really, really nice. I don't wear falsies on a daily basis. My natural lashes are sort of okay-ish in length. They're reasonably long, so all I want is a good mascara that enhances the length and the volume, and the Lancome mascaras absolutely do that for me. Again, I often focus on bringing out my eyes, bringing out, you know, that part of my face, and these mascaras look good with any light eye look I do, and always give me a really long, flattering eyelash. And for that reason, I just keep going back to Lancome mascaras to get me the look that I like. So I really hope you liked my video. I would love to hear about your favorite high-end products. I don't always reach for high-end products because, like I said, there are so many products you can get at drugstore prices, but I like to splurge every now and then if a product's really good and a little bit special, and it's very easy for me to justify buying new products. So if you have any favorite high-end products, I would love to hear about them. So just leave them in the comments below and I'll have a flick through. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe give it a thumbs up. And if you subscribed, you would make me the happiest girl in the world. So I'll see you very soon with my next video. Bye. Because I don't think that, you know, oh, sorry about the bird. I do my work with me. I tend to use it more for formal occasions where I want a really precise blush application. And this is obviously just a natural fiber, small tapered, it's a blush brush or a contour brush. But then maybe you'll reach for some things that you hadn't reached for, you know. My dog farted. Grizzly, that's gross. It's just a normal straighty 180, just a normal. Tough it out, I can do this.